Pain. Pain makes us or breaks us. Whatever life throws at me, I say bring it. Bring it on. Bring the pain.
Here we are at my home gym, the legendary Montanari Brothers Powerhouse in New Haven, Connecticut, and do some back training. For the 6 weeks that I was locked in that brace with the leg, my leg locked straight, I couldn't do any bending, so any kind of, deadlift or barbell row, even dumbbell row, because you gotta bend over the bench and stuff, was all out of the question. So for those 6 weeks and even a week or two afterwards, I was doing mainly machine type stuff. Just a couple weeks ago, I started with doing some barbell rows again, and last week doing some light deadlifts. So I'm still trying to find my my form, basically. Deadlifts, those first couple sets, it's like all crooked, and same thing with the barbell rows. So it's kind of like starting from scratch, kind of learning the whole thing all over again. But I'm hoping today to increase some poundages a little bit. Let's go see what we can do. Thinking I'm gonna start with a cable row that I'm gonna superset with T-bars. That way I'll be able to still hit my back pretty good, but I won't need to do the T-bar rows super heavy. Because even though, it's a machine, I'm still, bent over, I still have to bend my knees and, support the weight in my body with my legs. So I'm thinking I'm gonna start with that, warm everything up, pump everything up, and hit the deadlifts and barbell rows secondary in the workout. Today actually marks 12 weeks post-surgery, which I can't believe it's been 3 months already. Being out of the brace, for 6 weeks now and just starting to bend the leg and put weight on it and stuff, I'm thrilled with the way things have progressed. If you had told me 6 weeks ago that I would be here right now, doing what I'm doing, I would have been like, oh yeah, you sure? That seems like, it seems awfully quick. You can't, just stay hooked up to machines all day long and, just make every minute of your day about rehabilitation, because the reality is you'll end up working against yourself. I mean, you need rest, just like training. You need to go in, you need to hit it hard, and give your body the opportunity to repair. So with the things that I choose to include, for example, something like Graston. It's something where there's things that I might do at physical therapy that are movements that I can do at the gym. So I said, well, you know what? Okay, I don't really need to do this here. I can do this on my own. Something like the Graston technique that, my buddy Dr. Mike will do for me is, to take a tool and scrape your knee and break up adhesions isn't something that I come across by chance in my daily regimen. It hurts badly, and I usually feel like kind of sore the next day, but usually a couple days later, I feel remarkably better than I did prior to going in. So it's like kind of like, one of those one step back, two step forward kind of things.
You know, and I knew Evan was going to heal fast. It was a freak accident. That's why this happened. Just the amount of mass that he's pulling on a lever like that, you know, something's going to give, most likely. It wasn't in the gym. So as long as the feed forward of the brain is there, it knows the weight that's going to come, he's not going to have a problem. But when you throw all that mass onto a joint complex that quickly, unknowingly,
it had to just be just the sudden,
yeah,
just the because it's like a reflex. When you start to lose your balance, you start to fall. You're, first of all, you're in a weird position. Second of all, you're being like just under 300 pounds. And then lastly, the force and the quickness with which the muscle contracts, I think that was enough to do it.
It becomes a physics problem, right? You know, it really does, because can the tissue sustain that kind of load in that duration or very fast amount of time? But the rehab component I knew was going to be fast, just because everything's right there.
And I don't know what's I don't know what's normal recovery, but I feel like this has been
it's quick.
Fast.
It's quick. You can tell just looking at the scar. Normal scars aren't that well sealed at this time, so where the sutures were, it feels like they're being absorbed properly. Everything's just pulling itself together.
T-bar rowing, 3 plates isn't a lot of weight over the last several weeks. You know what I mean? Like when I did 1 plate on the T-bar row a few weeks back, it felt hard. You know, it's hard to stabilize my lower body. And I'd be lying if I said that it didn't actually tax my back too, because I just hadn't had any activity like that. Even my lower back and my glutes all felt it. Last week went up to 2 plates. That felt hard. This week, 2 plates felt easier, so put on a 3rd plate. Next week I want to do 4. And just keep going like that. So I've done in my leg workouts, you know, starting on the leg press with no weight on it and not feeling too sure about it. Eventually going to a plate, 2 plates, 3 plates, 4 plates, 5 plates. Yesterday, put 6 plates on. And it's really weird because this is injury rehab, but this dialogue is no different than if I were just talking about bodybuilding. It's really just all the same shit. But so long as I continue to just do something more every day, that gives me the confidence to know that I'm getting better and to know that I can do something more the next day. And that's just how you keep getting better. I didn't do any leg specific work today. I mean, this was a back workout, but this had every bit to do with my rehabilitation as a leg workout. Because, I mean, you're bending your knees, you're stabilizing yourself. In my opinion, if I were to come in and train back and try to isolate my back, which is the way a lot of people train, use a lot of machines and, you know, a lot of the movements you do, they're stabilized and you take your legs out of it, take your glutes out of it. I don't agree with that style of training because I think it makes you weak. And right now, I am in a weakened state, and those are the movements I'm relying on to make me strong again. Something as simple as, you know, you have a bar on the ground with weights on each side, pick it up and put it down and pick it up and put it down repeatedly. Something so simple, and it's really one of the greatest things you can do because it makes you a better lifter, it makes you a stronger person. And as a bodybuilder, someone looking to build his body, I'm in the process of rebuilding my body right now. And I'm relying on those kind of movements, just those basic, fundamental, no frills exercises, because they require a lot of stabilization. They require the use of a lot of different muscles. I think that bodybuilding done well is more of a mentality than it is an activity.